Wayne Rooney has become Manchester United's all-time top goal scorer. But the question remains, why isn't he loved? Not just by his family or whatever, but I mean like by Man United fans. You'd think, wouldn't you, lads, that your guy breaks that record at a club the size of Man United, who've had some of the greatest players ever to grace the pitch. He should be ranked up there amongst that. Why don't people like?
Well, because he fucked them all over, didn't he? He said he put himself on the transfer list and tried to get away from the club or renegotiate his contract. So you can understand why that soured it somewhat.
Is that Rooney?
But yeah, or his agent or whatever is representative of him. What I would say though is that they're out of their fucking mind, Man United fans, aren't they? Like, this geezer scored how many fucking goals?
Yeah, some.
Loads and loads of goals for your club. He's done amazing stuff. Just to mug him off like they have been. Yeah. Sam Peoples from the People's Person Limited United People's Front is
People's Front of Judea.
Yeah, he's completely disrespectful to Wayne Rooney.
Going back to your original question, the fact is the reason his family don't like him is because he shags Scouse Nans. No, that's the original point.
That is one of the
points. Are they any good in bed? Scouse.
Well, I'm sure you've got a long night, so I'm sure you'll find out. If you ring him La Femme, that's all I'm going to say.
Pez a taxi driver, he knows.
I know.
He'll take us.
I've got all the numbers. I've got all the numbers, and I know all the gaffs.
Just leave the meter running
and just shouting encouragement up out the window.
In case you get yourself in trouble.
I'll be the best, Geordie.
That's more energy than you showed through the entire period of the social club.
I do show quite a lot of energy.
Finish.
I just got an image of Geordie looking out the window going, help me, she's fucking mental.
Scouse Nans of the world unite.
Hashtag.
Wayne Rooney, the problem with Wayne Rooney is I think that he was put on a pedestal very early in his career. And I think he was lauded as England's greatest ever player. Because look, what a talent. At 18,
what record does he hold for England?
Is he third highest goal
scorer?
No,
he's the highest goal scorer.
Yeah.
So
I think in competitive games, I don't think he is. But
so in effect,
in overall,
so in effect, he hasn't played. All those World Cup qualifiers and Euros qualifiers genuinely count as competitive games. When we play all those backwater nations.
In actual tournament final goals, he hasn't got that.
Yeah, but to be fair,
against the Farmers, he's got.
To be fair, to players who played in like the 50s, 60s, and 70s, they used to play against fucking farmhands from Lithuania. Yeah. So now they play like proper teams.
So you're saying Dixie Dean's records don't really stand up?
Well, he played against English clubs, and we were obviously the.
It's fine. I'm not really interested, Ben.
Well, you wouldn't, would you?
So to be fair, he was
not on
a
Mates
great young
TV.
player.
Yeah.
Like if you look at Rooney at 16, Messi at 16, and Ronaldo at 16, Rooney is easily every bit as good as those, in my opinion. At that, and they got better, and he didn't. I don't think he's well looked after, and Man United's part of the reason for that. I think Alex Ferguson overused him a lot at a young age, and especially when Ronaldo got sold, he played him because Berbatov couldn't carry the team, and he was pumping him full of painkillers, and he lost his pace young, and he hasn't quite been the same player. And then if you couple that with when Ferguson decides he's hanging it up on the final day of the season, Rooney's like, sorry to spoil the party, everyone, but I'm off, I'll see you later. I think that left a sour taste, and rightly so. I wouldn't forgive him for that either, but it is a good accomplishment. He's still not as good as Shearer, though.
No,
just saying.
He's just not. He doesn't really need saying, to be fair.
I mean, he's got every English record and every English trophy, which Shearer doesn't have. Yeah. But apart from that, Shearer's obviously
Shearer's got more tournament final goals, just saying. Like, goals that actually matter, though. And he did it, also the Premier League top goal scorer.
To be fair as well, Wayne Rooney's never took his hometown club down to the second tier of English football either. So from that point of view, he
didn't stay at his hometown club. He fucked off straight away. I'm getting rid of these losers. I stay there. So don't blame him.
That's the thing with Wayne Rooney for me is that
Wayne Rooney also doesn't have a bar named after him in his club.
No.
Or has Mike actually burnt that down yet?
No,
anyway.
it's 9 bar now. Shearer doesn't get any 20 pence for every pint anymore, whatever was going on there.
Wayne Rooney is a phenomenally talented footballer, Flav, but I think he's fallen under that weight of expectation because, I mean, look, he's built up, his agents built it up, and they've tried to build this brand around Wayne Rooney. And look, let's face it, he's never been glamorous enough, and he's never had the pace to be one of those ultra players, but they've tried the best to make him look like that. So when he's fallen beneath it, he's done stupid things and blah, 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 blah. I think he's He is what he is.
He's a bellend.
Well, exactly, but he should be respected for what he is. But I think he gets tarred with the brush for not being fucking Ronaldo, basically.
I think the hype was so real when he was young. You know, he scored on his debut for Everton, that free kick curler against Arsenal. And from that point on, he was always going to fail. He was always going to not live up to what people expected of him.
I'm amazed that he's lasted.
It wasn't his debut, no.
Whatever, it was the most important aspect of his.
Don't worry about it.
Of his youth. How many games?
I think, to be fair, when you look at like people like Gaza, who like Gaza gets rated so highly, but he didn't actually deliver the way Wayne Rooney has.
Yeah, no, that's right.
Do you know, when people talk about Gaza's career, you'd think he did, but Gaza didn't deliver as much as Rooney. So I think he does deserve credit on the pitch. He's just a bellend.
But that's because in this country, we prefer people like Gaza who massively tank, and they didn't achieve their dream for reasons. We love losers in this country. Wayne Rooney isn't a loser.
Yeah.
That's the essential part of it. He's a lad who went out there and won everything.
We either like a complete failure or someone who's a complete winner. But Rooney's a winner, but he didn't quite win as much as what we thought he would.
Let's face it, if Wayne Rooney looked like fucking David Beckham, everyone would be fucking all over that like him. But the fact that he looks like a shaved potato and he's some fucking idiot from Croxteth, you know, that's not, you know, that he's for who he is and where he's come from, he's made a phenomenal.
And the other thing is, right, I mean, I should hate him more than anyone.
I'm defending Wayne Rooney, but I'm not sure why.
Well, I should hate him more than anyone, but I don't. He took the difficult path and left Everton, where he knew from then on it was all just going to be hate from his home city and club and everything else, because he wanted to go and win things, and he's done it. And it's arguably not his fault that his country.
I think he should have stayed longer than he did. Like,
he fucked you over.
I mean, at least till like 22 and then fucked off. Like, I mean, he literally, as soon as an offer comes in, he was gone, basically. There's no loyalty in the lad.
He saved the club.
Maybe, but I've always thought the Everton thing with you all fucking hated him
because of the money.
Yeah.
We were on bus.
You all hate him at the time, and I think it's Stockholm syndrome, whereas I think you've kind of come to love him, whereas you should still harbour a little bit of discontent.
Plenty do, but plenty have grown up and realised, like I've just said, if he hadn't left, the club probably went on its arse.
Do you know what the safest thing when you know your idols leave your club, you just apply the same blanket philosophy to every player leaving your club, and as soon as they've gone, you forget them, you cut them out, fuck them.
Yeah.
Like Bale, fuck him. Modric, fuck him. All of them. Ledley King, fuck him.
Is there any way for
Dele Alli, fuck him?
Is there any way for Rooney to become loved, or is it just that's just going to be his life? It's going to take 10 years.
I think if he actually did like
look back on his career,
an interview where he opened up a bit and acted like he even gave a shit about Man United, like spoke about them, like he just. You never really get that from him.
I don't think he's been allowed to be, though,
just
mate.
heartless.
I think he's been... You look, you know, your podcast co-host has got a story about interviewing him and how he was so controlled by his management that he's never allowed to... He's not allowed to have any personality. So maybe it will take that in becoming a pundit or whatever.
Because those people are terrified of us seeing what the human side of... Because no one sees it... Because these people think the human side of things doesn't sell football boots or products. Yeah. It's why every football club controls their players, media out.
It's annoying though.
It's why, but it is because what we found from, I'm sure, all the stuff we do is football fans want to see players humanised. It's why they love videos of like players playing PlayStation games and get fucked or doing stupid things when they're in training.
It's
or
like
whatever.
It's like
when you've done those videos with the Liverpool players.
Wait, hang on, which videos? Sorry.
No, the ones with like the ones with the tie brides.
Ian Wright doesn't hold back, and that's why people love him to bits. Like people like that. Like I remember when I got asked to do an interview with John Gutierrez, and like I was like, "Oh, well, can I ask whatever I want?" And they're like, "No, you've got like a set menu." I was like, fuck that. Like
exactly. It's like when you did the review and Chris was in goal and he made them all look like cunts, and everyone loved it because it humanised the players. Well done, Chris. And football clubs.
We should have known about Lazar Markovic, by the way.
Yeah,
when Chris shut him down 3 times, we should have known.
So if you can dehumanise a football player as much as you can, and especially he's not the most intelligent person in the world. He doesn't necessarily come from an intelligent background. He comes from just hard-working, normal people. Yeah. But people don't like that. They want you to have something else
about you. They want him to be fucking terrible, don't they? Because you can't. If you're like an upper-middle-class snob, you don't want to like Wayne Rooney. Because why would you? Because you don't understand Wayne Rooney. You know, there's something about this scally kid who's done well that you don't like. And equally, if you're a scally kid looking up to him, from Liverpool, you wouldn't want to look up to Wayne Rooney because he fucked off his hometown to go to Manchester. And if you were just a general, you know, rube who follows England, you don't like him because on the biggest stage, he's never delivered for England.
In the camera when he was like, you boo your own team and all that when he was England.
I'm completely indifferent to Wayne Rooney. I'm nothing, no feeling at all.
You're a football nihilist, though, to be fair.
Yeah, but
Just nothing.
Not with Wayne Rooney. The only thing that stirs me at all is Spurs. Yeah, that. But generally, football. You know, since working in the football, you probably had this as well. You know, you care a little bit less about the game, having to talk about it every day.
Oh, I mean, you get bored of talking about football, but that's kind of what we're here to do.
I'm sensing that for the last.
That's kind of what we.
So what I'm saying
we've only got a few more minutes, mate. Let's just grind it out.
Yeah. So do you think if Wayne Rooney went and finished his career at Everton, that could he come in full circle? That could be the thing.
I think if he did that, I would respect them more.
I think that's what he should do, especially now that if he breaks the record. I always felt like if he broke the record, he'd come back. But I don't think it's going to help him for anyone else. No one else is going to. But that's half the problem.
Could he get in the team?
Yeah, he's easy getting the team.
Really?
Oh, shit. But that's like Flav just said it there. He's a Tottenham fan. He doesn't give a fuck about England. So therefore, why would you care about Wayne Rooney?
That's true. There's any thoughts then on Wayne Rooney? What can he do to sort of, I guess rehabilitate himself with football fans?
Why does he have to?
Yeah, he doesn't have to.
No, I'm not saying that he does, but I'm saying that he is a very, very rare example of a footballer who's achieved everything that you could possibly achieve pretty much in the game, and yet isn't revered for what
even Man United fans don't love him, really. He's the record goal scorer. He's going to break the record. He's the least loved record goal scorer I've ever seen at a club by a fucking mile, and it's his own fault. He's an
maybe
arsehole.
Man United fans are just shit.
Maybe.
Well, they've been
No
spoiled
comments.
over the years. So obviously you've got Ronaldo, Cantona. You've just seen world class players for that many years that it's not that big of a deal to them. Because right now,
love him at Everton.
When he breaks the record, he's nowhere near. Like if he broke the record,
roll
like
around the
to.
pitch, not giving a fuck
You know
for Everton, collecting his wedge, and he's all.
But that's the other thing about it, just very quickly, is it's who he's took the record
years.
off though as well.
Yeah.
He took it off.
Bobby Charlton.
Bobby Charlton, who has this identity with the club, survived Munich.
Yeah.
You know, he hasn't like
Survived Fergie.
If you want someone to put on a pedestal and have all, you want them to be that ultimate icon of your club.
You don't want some granny shagging Scouser as your top goal scorer.
Yeah, but I don't think there's any of that. Like football fans will forgive absolutely anything, even the worst kind of heinous crimes, unless they fuck them in terms of like, say, I want to leave the club, and then that's unforgivable. Yeah. That's why Robbie Keane came back from Liverpool. It was like, fuck you, mate.
But he started to track you, that's why.
Anyway, let us know your thoughts on Wayne Rooney. What does he have to do to be loved by fans, if anything at all? Do you even like Wayne Rooney? And if you do, let us know why. And if you don't, also let us know why in the comments below. Thank you very much for checking out Social Club this week. Subscribe to the True Geordie and his gaming channel, of course. Listen to the podcast. Get on the Long Ball Street podcast with Flav. Listen to Talking Balls. Go listen to the Fighting Cock podcast if you're into Spurs. And Ped is on 2 channels, one of which he doesn't like because Baz runs it, which is about MLS, which will probably have nothing on for the next 3 months anyway. And Toffee TV, where he's prime Ped. Go and watch that. Get involved and also subscribe to the Red Vent TV as well. Cheers.